everyone, and welcome. Today is our last spring studio series, and Jill and I have so enjoyed doing the sessions with all of you and just connecting with our community and getting together to support everyone's well-being. So I'm really happy to be here. I'm going to wait a moment or two to get started just in case folks are kind of slowly coming in, but what I wanted to mention is today I'm going to be doing some things on the floor. All of the stuff that we do on the floor, I'll offer modifications or a version that you can do in the chair. So we'll, if you're at your desk and you don't have access to space for, lying down or resting, that is just fine. We'll make it work in a chair as well. But for those of us who can, I thought it would be nice to have the chance to use the floor. So one of the things that that Jill mentioned in her session yesterday, she was talking about this concept of unfurling and how spring is this time where, maybe in the winter we got a little cold and we got a little contracted, but as the sun starts to come out and maybe at least here in California today, there's a little spring rain, but as all of those things start to happen, we start to open up. And I thought that was really a wonderful perspective, and it made me think about the importance of rest and how it's like that resting time that we take in the winter where our bodies and even nature encourages us to go into deep rest. And that from that deep rest, growth starts to happen, and that growth we start to see in the spring. And so for today's session, I thought we would start with a rest. So in your chair, you can rest by simply leaning back, kind of allowing the body to settle in, feeling the support of the chair. If you're on the ground, you can rest by lying down. So come into a comfortable lying down position. And for a lot of us, it feels really supportive to keep your feet on the ground while you rest and move them out a little wider than your hips. And then just let the knees drop in toward each other. And when you do that, the low back is supported. You can let the backs of your hands rest on the floor. And again, if you're in the chair, just sort of allowing your body to release. So feeling yourself be supported by the ground. Feeling yourself be supported by your chair. Allowing the weight of your body to release. And bringing the attention to the breath. Just noticing the breath as it comes in and out the nose. Noticing whether the breath is moving in your belly or in your chest. And just noticing what it feels like to let your body rest. For some of us, it can feel hard to rest, especially right at the beginning. And just noticing that and knowing that that's okay. And from here, just start to deepen the breath. If you're in the chair, you can start to sit a little more upright. We're coming out of our rest now. And if you're on the floor, you're going to bend into your knees if you haven't done so already. And you want your feet in this same position. So the feet are about hips width apart, a little wider, the knees are bent. I'm going to put my palms down on the ground this time. So before, for rest, the backs of the hands were down. Now the palms are down. And we're just going to bring a little movement into the hips by dropping the knees over to one side. The feet stay touching the floor. Inhale, bring them up to center. Exhale over to the other side. And then just following your breath. Inhaling up and exhaling down. Take a few rounds here. Now, of course, if you're in a chair, this is going to be a little tricky to access. So I would recommend in the chair, just coming into a nice seated twist. So that would mean bringing one hand to the opposite knee, taking a breath in, and then as you exhale, looking back. Okay, so everyone's getting a little bit of a twist, a little bit of a gentle stretch, and just some movement in the body. Now finish whatever side you are on, and then we'll inhale, come back to center. And if you're on the ground, bring the knees up toward the chest, a little gentle squeeze. And then whatever way works for you, we're coming up to sitting. So some folks like to roll to the side and press up. I like to roll up just because it feels fun. And then we'll come into a seated position. Now you can sit cross legs. You can sit in butterfly with the feet together, the knees open. And if you're in your chair, just any comfortable position is going to be fine. Take a nice breath in. Take a relaxed breath out. And just let your ear drop toward your shoulder. Doesn't matter which side you do first. And just feeling that gentle stretch on the outer edge of the neck. You want to make sure your knees feel comfortable. If you're in butterfly, you can always support underneath them, or you can always scoot your feet a little further out. Inhale, bring that head up to center. Exhale, drop it to the other side. And again, always bringing that awareness and attention back to your breathing. So just gentle breaths in and out the nose. Inhale to center. And from here, we're going to come to hands and knees. Now, again, if you're in your chair, don't worry, I have a variation for you. So we're going to do cat-cow. So in the chair, of course, you're going to interlace your fingers, press the palms away from you, and inhale the arms up as you lift the chest and drop the head back. Exhale, round the spine as you press the hands forward. Follow your own breath. If you're on the mat, fingers spread nice and wide. Hips are over the knees. And you're really pressing down so the hands and arms feel active. And then with the inhale, the belly drops down. Chest reaches forward, gaze lifts up. And then exhale, tuck. Let the head drop down. Inhale, cow. Exhale, round the spine for cat. Inhale, cow. Exhale, cat. One more inhale. And exhale. Come into a neutral spine. And we're gonna come into pointing dog. So we're gonna stretch one leg out behind us, tuck the back toes under, and press that heel away. So you feel some activation in the leg and in the low belly, actually. We're gonna take the opposite arm, reach it forward, thumb points up. You can stay right here, or if you want to challenge your balance, you can lift that back foot off the ground. Now, if you're in the chair, what I'm gonna have you do is simply lift one knee up, the foot comes off the ground, and reach the opposite arm overhead. So you're still building strength, you're drawing that low belly back toward the spine. And let's take a breath or two here. And exhale to come down. Now we'll change sides. So same thing if you're in the chair, switch sides as well. Stretch that back leg out, reach the opposite arm forward. And then when you're ready, if you want, lift that back leg up, come into a balance. Couple breaths here, breathing in and out. In and out. Hand down, knee down. And let's come back to cat-cow. So inhale for cow. Exhale for cat. Inhale for cow. Exhale for cat. Come into neutral spine. And from here, we're coming into a kneeling position. We're gonna keep going with that feeling of opening the chest by working toward camel pose. Now, if you're seated in your chair, I'm gonna recommend you stand up. You know, if you don't have the capacity to kneel, that's just fine. You can still work on the chest opening from standing. So the first thing we're gonna do is bring the hands to the hips, point the elbows back behind you. And even just by pointing the elbows back, I'm kind of squeezing them toward each other. I feel a stretch across the front of my chest. Then with the inhale, I'm lifting that chest up. And again, this can be done standing. And maybe I'm lifting the gaze up, dropping the head back. Feeling a nice stretch across the front of the body. If you're feeling good here, and the legs feel strong and the low back feels great, you can start to lean your whole upper body back a little bit more. Some folks like to reach all the way back for their heels, but we're gonna keep it simple today. If you know how to do that and you want to get into that deeper stretch, go for it. Couple breaths. And inhale to come up. Exhale, let the hips sink toward the heels if you're on the ground. You can fold forward into child's pose. If you're standing up, grab your opposite elbows and just fold down over the legs in a nice gentle forward bend. Taking a couple breaths here. And slowly coming up to seated. And from seated, we'll make our way to standing. Hey, great job, everyone. I'm gonna grab a support here. Wanted to do a balancing pose. And it's really nice to use a chair or the wall here. I'm gonna step back a little just so my head's on camera. It's really nice to use a chair or the wall for support when you balance. And then it's there if you need it. If you don't need it, that's fine. So we're coming in to mountain pose. Both of our feet are on the ground. We're pressing down through the feet and the legs. We're feeling the strength of the legs, feeling the low belly draw back toward the spine. Top of the head reaches up toward the ceiling. Reconnect with your breathing. And from here, we'll move toward stork pose. So I'm shifting the weight onto the leg that's closest to the chair. I'm bending into the other knee. And to start, we're simply going to inhale that knee up. Exhale, touch it down. Inhaling up. Exhaling down. Just working on a little bit of strength and balance. You can stay right there, or you can hold onto the knee and come into a balance. The other hand can come to the waist. Noticing your breath. And again, you can stay right here, or if you feel steady, you can exhale to open that knee out to the side. And if you're still steady, maybe the gaze can turn over the opposite shoulder. Really nice. Inhale to center. 2 hands to the waist. Stay right here with the knee lifted, or for an extra challenge, extend that leg. Balance. And exhale to release down. Ooh, I can feel that, a nice standing leg. Come back into mountain. And if you're using the support of the chair, again, you just want to bring it to the opposite side. So you're really setting yourself up for the best support. Even weight on the legs, starting in mountain, and then shifting the weight toward the leg that's closest to the chair. And again, we're just starting with that inhale. So inhaling the knee up, exhaling down, inhaling up, exhaling down. Let's do one more of those. And then holding the knee, maybe testing out your balance, knowing that chairs are right there if you still need it. Noticing your breath. And again, if you feel steady, that knee can open out to the side. You still feel steady, and I'm a little wobbly on this side. I'm going to start to turn my gaze over, and I move that gaze nice and slow. That's my trick when I feel wobbly. Keep the gaze steady and slow when I move. Good. Inhale, come back to center. Both hands to the waist. Keep that knee lifted, or if you want to work a little extra hard, extend the leg, take a couple breaths here. And when you're ready, exhaling, both feet down. And just noticing how that feels in your body. Let's inhale, reach the arms up, gaze up. Exhale, fold, bend the knees. Let the head relax down. Inhale, come all the way up to standing. And then as you exhale, you're gonna come back into a sitting position. And from here, we're almost at our time. So we'll just close with a little bit of a breathing exercise. So let's do belly heart breathing, also known as our anchors. So one hand's on your heart, one hand's on your belly. Just inviting the breath coming in and out the nose. Your eyes can close if that's comfortable for you. And from here, you have a little extra time. We rested at the start of our practice today, but if you'd like to rest a little more, now will be a wonderful time to do that. Otherwise, I would encourage you to get up, step away from your screen for a moment before jumping right back into work. So maybe it's just to take a walk over to the sink and get a glass of water, open the door and, take a little walk outside to see if you can kind of keep a little bit of this break time going before you jump right back into what you were doing. Jill and I are so grateful to you all for joining this series. It's been lovely to host it, and we look forward to seeing you again soon. Take care.